Money. 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 You gotta have it. When you need it, what do? If you don't have a rich uncle, call Lending Tree. With us, hundreds of banks compete for your business, so you'll get loans with competitive interest rates, and in some cases, with no closing costs. So here's the deal. If you need money, call us. Do you want to refinance your current loan? Are you 62 or older and interested in a reverse mortgage? Then call Lending Tree now. 800-634-1315. 800-634-1315. We've closed over $250 billion in loans. We know what we're doing and can help you. Call right now for a free quote. 800-634-1315. 800-634-1315. 800-634-1315. That's 800-634-1315. NMLS number 1136.
Every week we have a Wednesday. This week we invited you. Happy Hump Day! Happy Hump Day! That's right. It is Happy Hump Day. It is Wednesday, the 24th of July, 2019. 5 shopping months till Christmas. I can say that now because I'm Rod Williams-Stoll. Rachel is on special assignment. She'll be with us in a little bit. Captain Chris is with us this morning. Good morning to you wherever you are, whatever you're doing. We are glad that you are there, and we are here, and we are all together for a gala event. The countdown clock is running on Robert Mueller. And friend now, it has been announced that he will be sitting aside counsel. It's already gotten weird, interesting. What will it be like? Well, it will start in about an hour and 53 minutes from now. We'll find out. Will the American people learn anything? Will they be denied the ability to learn anything? Will questions be dodged? Will questions be answered? I don't know. I can tell you that Chris has gotten excited about it, and I can tell you why. Chris is a very quiet, thoughtful man. And most of the time, Chris could be in a room for a period of time, and if he didn't want you to know, you wouldn't even know he was there. But this morning, when I turned on the equipment and everything else, he was rocking and rolling, and it could only mean one thing. And, of course, what did it mean, young Captain Chris?
I had work to do, and I needed music to listen to while I did it. That's what it meant.
I would hear this driving rock and roll music, and then I would say, "Weather with a beat." That was...
Yeah, you see, that was some Nirvana. You heard Letters to Cleo, Garbage. And I didn't even get through the rest of it. It's like, that track I made like 35 minutes. So,
do you have Jesse's Mom? That's my favorite.
I'm not a Rick Springfield guy.
Was that Rick Springfield?
Yeah,
No, it was
Jesse's Girl.
No.
But yeah.
No, not Jesse's Girl. The other one.
Oh, the Stacy's Mom?
Stacy's Mom.
By Fountains of Wayne?
Yes.
No, because I watch sports.
Well, if you ever make the switch, let me know. That's a good one.
No, it was a catchy song for 3 minutes, and I was like, okay, time to move on.
And it was a good video.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, didn't we have her on like last year, Rachel Hunter?
Yes.
And I said she had the personality of flypaper. Yeah.
Yeah, you said that off mic, so I could laugh at it. Yeah. And you could get through it. Yeah. So that's the kind of guy he is. He'll say things in my ear that you're not allowed to hear. Well, 29.95 you can, or the 800 number at $3.99 a minute.
Yeah. Plus tax.
Yeah, that's right. So anyhow, that's the kind of thing. It is Mueller Day. I really felt bad for the late night show hosts last night, because they were obligated to do 5 minutes of Robert Mueller jokes. Well, anyone who has ever seen Robert Mueller knows that there's not 5 good minutes of material in his entire life.
No.
And Fallon is absolutely dying. Colbert's going in the tank.
Kimmel
is doing the same. If I sat here for the next 2 hours of the show until he appeared before Congress, I don't think I could think of a funny Bob Mueller joke.
No. We're definitely
Not
far
even,
from the days of Letterman and Carson and Leno.
Yeah, not even, Maury Amsterdam claimed he had a joke on everything. But he cheated. I'll tell you that. He'd cheat.
Right.
Because you'd say, hey, Maury, do a joke on shoe repair guys. And he'd say, well, there was a guy who was a fireman, and he got burned, so he didn't want to be a fireman anymore, so he became a shoe repair guy. And then he'd do a fireman joke. That's cheating. But a very nice man, a funny man, and, of course, the side act in the Dick Van Dyke Show for many years. I met him about 5 months before he passed away. He wrote his last book, and saw him at a book signing. Oh, well. And I got some weird stuff to relay to you. Why don't we do that after this time out? Maybe then you won't go away. We're glad that you are here. Ray is on assignment. Captain Chris is here. And this is Daybreak, USA.
There's no question you need omega-3s. But which form should you take? Fish oil or krill oil? Scientists have debated this for years. Luckily, there's a new solution to satisfy everyone. It's called Krill Omega 50 Plus. It combines ultra-pure fish oil and joint-soothing krill oil together in just one tiny pill. It's so powerful, it can promote the health of your heart and your arteries. And if that wasn't enough, it can also boost your joint comfort in just days. We're so sure Krill Omega 50 Plus will work for you. We'll even send you a free bottle to put to the test. The debate is over. It's not fish oil or krill oil. It's both. And now it's free. Just pay $4.95 for shipping and claim your free bottle. Call now. 1-800-399-6392. 1-800-399-6392. That's 1-800-399-6392.
Hi, this is Wayne Alaruth, the capitalist evangelist. I'm here to introduce you to a special company with the potential to be one of the great all-American stories. Fortum Resources is a publicly traded, diversified natural resource company with oil, gas, and mining properties in North America and internationally. Fortum is led by Chairman Mark Bruner, the legendary oil man who built Ultra Petroleum from a 15-cent stock to $200 per share, creating $15 billion in shareholder profits. Mark has 30 years of experience in the oil and gas industry, overseeing contracts with Halliburton, ExxonMobil, and Hess. Fortum has over 350,000 acres of oil and gas resources, and more than half the acreage has been evaluated by world-renowned auditors Deloitte Touche. Fortum also owns the rights to the 180-square-mile City of Gold mining property. Fortum is traded on 2 global exchanges, U.S. ticker symbol FTMR. Repeat, FTMR. This is a rare ground floor opportunity to capitalize on a proven energy industry legend. Please visit FortumResources.com. That's Fortum, F-O-R-T-E-M, resources.com.
If you're over the age of 50 and considering buying an annuity in the next 60 days, I have some important news for you. Don't buy an annuity until you understand the pros and cons of annuities. A free book to help you maximize your retirement income from television host and 3-time author Josh Melberg has been released. This book reveals little-known truths about annuity strategies in simple-to-understand terms. Grab a pen right now because we are about to offer you this free book that unlocks the 5 little-known secrets we believe baby boomers and seniors should know before buying an annuity. Call 800-985-1813 now, and you'll receive a free copy of Josh Milberg's book, Next Gen Annuity Strategies Revealed. As a bonus, we'll also send you a copy of The Number One Mistakes Retirees Are Making with Their Investments Today, and a free DVD on how you can get up to 33% more income in retirement. Call 800-985-1813 now. Again, that's 800-985-1813. Employees of J.D. Milberg Financial have the appropriate licenses for the products they offer.
Welcome back. Nice to see you. Thank you for being there. I'm Rod Williams Stahl. The name of the show is Daybreak USA with Rod and Ray. Ray is on special assignment. Captain Chris is sitting in for her for the next little while. She'll be with us in a little bit. You ever upset that you do something and you say, I really shouldn't have done that, and not that it was that bad a thing or weird or anything like that, just that you really didn't want the results you got out of it. It's like, well, should I have that chocolate brownie that's been sitting there all day or not? And then finally you break down and you taste it and it really stinks. It's really, really bad. And you go, why did I do that? I was completely happy just seeing it sit there. Well, a lot of men love feet. I don't know why.
Ew.
To me, what's that? Yeah, I mean, to me, feet are a functional body part.
Right.
They have no aesthetic value. Some people say, oh, she had beautiful feet. What? Well, anyhow, I do admire the opposite, and that is really weird feet. Now, things like toes that are twice the size they're supposed to be, or grandma's feet who wore those shoes with the little opening in the front, and their toes are all curled over each other and everything. So I'm walking. Where was I? I don't even remember. I guess I was playing golf. I'm walking, and here's this older woman. She's probably my age. That's the scary part right there. She's probably my age. And what do? I didn't want to look at her and start a conversation. I think I was playing golf. So I kind of looked at her feet to see if she had, like, the weird toes thing going on or anything like that. And here on her left foot, she had 2 toes missing.
Ah.
And I went, why did I do that? It was like having to go back in the room in The Exorcist one more time. I said, I've seen it. I really don't need to see it again. And then I went, oh, why did I do that?
It's the car wreck effect.
It is. It really is. And I should have stopped, and I didn't.
How long did you stare?
Well, first I had to see if maybe it was a optical illusion where somehow she had gotten her bottom toe to wrap underneath the other 2 toes,
right,
as opposed to over them, because you would think it was the dominant toe, right? So you would think it would be. And then I said, well, maybe it's under her big toe's underneath there.
Right.
And then I said, wait a minute. Oh, that is her big toe.
Oh.
Where's toe number 2 and 3? I don't know if she had toe main or whatever it was, but something was going on there, and I just felt very, very bad that I did it. And then the guilt thing.
Did she catch you staring?
No. That's somebody's grandma. Why are you staring at somebody's grandmother?
Yeah. Old toes.
It was, yeah. It was like, I tell you, I didn't stare long, I don't think, because I didn't even look at the other foot. Because I was afraid it could have been a hoof. Then I would have really been upset. Or she's a 3-toed sloth on the other foot.
Oh, yeah.
I would have really felt bad, and I probably wouldn't have been able to sleep, and my diet would probably be ruined.
Well, most important question, were you able to finish your golf?
Yeah, but I didn't stop at the House of Pig's Feet for dinner on the way home.
You want to see any of her relatives?
Exactly. I'll tell you more about golf when we come back. Oh, on this golf course yesterday.
Right.
It's a country club. There were 117 homes with swimming pools. 2 people were swimming. It was 108 degrees. Were they waiting for it to warm up? What were they doing? Pools are expensive. Daybreak USA is absolutely free on your radio, and we'll be back with more after this timeout.
It is a horrible scenario, but it happens. Dennis writes about his wife. She was diagnosed with leukemia. In fact, she's a 2-time survivor, and in the midst of all that, they ran up over $1 million in medical bills. Thankfully, they're MediShare members, and Dennis says they are so thankful for that, how others came together to meet their needs, and that's how so many MediShare members feel. This is not health insurance. It's different. You don't have to pay for things you don't believe in, and like Dennis found out, it just works. So if you join MediShare, not only do you save a lot of money, the typical family saves about $500 a month, but you know where your money's going each month. You're helping people, and if the time should come, they'll be helping and even praying for you. So yes, it's different, and as more than 400,000 people now know when it comes to healthcare costs, different is beautiful. Find out more. Call 833-34-BIBLE. That's 833-34-BIBLE. 833-34-BIBLE.
Got an old car? You can donate it, whether it's running or not, to the United Breast Cancer Foundation and save a life. They'll even come and pick it up for free. The United Breast Cancer Foundation has saved hundreds of women's lives through their free or low-cost breast screen exams. But now they need your help. The United Breast Cancer Foundation wants to save more lives through early detection by offering women free or low-cost breast screening exams. And donating your old car, SUV, or truck, whether it's running or not, helps pay for them. Plus, you get a charitable tax deduction. Help the United Breast Cancer Foundation save lives by donating your old car, SUV, or truck. Call now for free pickup. 800-280-2144. 800-280-2144. 800-280-2144. Call right now. That number again is 800-280-2144.
In 50 feet, turn left. Why are you driving so slowly?
After a few drinks, I'm taking it slow.
Well, you're not fooling the cop behind you.
What?
Get ready to pay in 0.1 miles.
Getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Nothing kills a buzz like getting pulled over for buzz driving, because buzz driving is drunk driving. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Every hiring manager knows that a company is only as good as the people it's made from. So where do you find the best people? That may surprise you.
Meet the grads of life. Young adults of unique determination and experience. An ideal fit for your company in an entry-level position, internship, or even mentorship. They might not have every qualification you typically look for, but they're exactly who your company needs.
This is talent worth knowing about.
Go to gradsoflife.org to learn how to find, cultivate, and train this great pool of untapped talent. Brought to you by the Ad Council and gradsoflife.org.
Rhythm, that's for sure.
Three-tone
music. Music to count toes by... from the Ron Ray Orchestra and Choir. Glad to have you with us. The other thing I thought of yesterday, and once again, you really shouldn't play. Golf is a great cathartic sport. Especially, I go out when it's 105, 106 degrees, because I am usually a lover of crowds and people around me and everything else. But when you're on the golf course by yourself, you can just breathe in the air and you can think. So I thought of this. It's not much, but I think it's a pretty funny joke. Most people are afraid of heights. Are you afraid of heights, Chris?
Have been ever since day one, pretty much, yeah.
I realized I'm afraid of widths.
Get out of here. What's wrong with you? I mean, good try. I mean, but, you're going to have to take a mulligan on that one, Pally.
I listened to Stephen Wright for a few minutes, and I immediately thought of that. He said he walked the dog around his apartment building on the ledge.
You know what I love about him? He does it so subtly. Like, Lurch almost. I walked my dog around the ledge.
You know, we had the privilege of seeing him at the Orleans Hotel in Las Vegas.
Right.
And the thing that amazed me the most was he probably did, in an hour and a half of stand-up, 100 jokes.
Mm-hmm.
And none of them were connected in any way, shape, or form.
Right.
He would do that joke about the dog, and then he would do the one about the light switch that he'd turn on every day and turn off, and some woman sent him a note that said, "Please quit messing with my lights." You know, and everybody's done that. But how do you remember those things? Because they're such random thoughts. I think he is the most underrated comic of our time.
Hard to disagree with that.
Yeah. And it's because of the delivery, obviously. He's so deadpan. He was pretty sick a couple years ago, but from what I hear now, he's in fine fettle, feeling well and everything, out working the circuit again. And I tried to watch this new show on NBC that followed America's Got Talent. It's a comedy show, and there are a lot of people who aren't comics that want to be comics. But once again, and I've said this before, when I was young and doing amateur night at the Comedy Store, and there were people there like the Unknown Comic, and there were people there like Robin Williams and the like, you know, all those guys from that era were great. Guys
Andy
like
Kaufman.
Andy Kaufman, Miller, all those guys were great. But now you're under such limitations.
No, that's true.
There are so many things that you're not allowed to do jokes about. And even when you do something that's not in that list today, if you do a joke and it catches on and people think it's funny, by tomorrow they may have found a reason why it's not funny, why it's mean-spirited or something like that. It must be... even a clean comic, and nobody was a cleaner comic than Bill Cosby.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, why is there air? What can be offensive about air? You know, Noah's Ark. Well, I could understand how that could be offensive to some people.
Now it would be.
But now we are so hypersensitive and so upset about all these things. My word. You couldn't do any rapid fire. And, you know, in those days, people who were of one ethnicity or one specificality were able to do jokes about their being unusual.
Right.
And people laughed at them. You can't even make fun of yourself anymore.
You know,
I remember when that one girl that had MS started doing Jackie. I don't remember.
Oh, are you talking about the one from Facts of Life?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Blair's cousin.
Yeah, and she came on there a couple times, but she would do stand-up, but she would do jokes about her affliction.
Right.
Well, you can't do that now.
Jerry Jewell.
Jerry Jewell, very good, Chris. That's an incredible pickup right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and you had guys, you know, you had like Yakov Smirnoff.
Yeah, but he was a one-trick pony, though.
Well, yeah, he did Russian jokes, you know.
Harry
and he
Anderson.
was funny. Harry Anderson, another guy.
He was pretty PG.
Yeah, and he was PG enough to get a TV show. Night Court was pretty
Great
funny,
show.
actually.
Yeah.
It really was. And with Marky Post and everything. And I enjoyed that show. And I've seen those shows now, and they held up pretty good. You know, some of those shows do hold up well, and I'm surprised about them. Shows really like Love American Style, Love Boat, and those shows, they're still funny. I mean, they're not double over, I'm going to get sick if I laugh anymore funny, but they're mildly amusing.
Yeah, no, I agree.
You know,
Sanford and Son, another timeless one. Yeah.
Yeah. And like Ray was talking yesterday about Andy Griffith's show.
Yeah.
Barney's still funny.
Yeah, I mean, listen, a lot like Leave It to Beaver, you know,
Yeah.
those type of shows, they do kind of get you away from the reality of life, and they kind of get, from what we see nowadays, and it gets you to a place where it still serves as a metaphoric purpose, So.
And the most amazing thing that I ever saw was Don Knotts was going to come on the show, and he called back and said he wouldn't come on because he didn't think he was funny. Are you kidding me? That's being humble. Rod and Ray on the radio with Captain Chris. This is Daybreak USA.